Turn you on. We put on the
Army, who's ready to meet this season's MK Lightning team? Lightning fans, please welcome your off-ice helpers, your equipment manager, Andy Watkins, and Daniel Watkins. Your physio team, Liam and Tintin. Happy birthday, Tintin. Introducing then, returning to the Lightning. After being on a two-way with the Coventry Blaze last season, he was part of Great Britain's promotion-winning side earlier this year. Please welcome number 1, Jordan Headley. He's running through to the door now, joining from the Telford Tigers, where he averaged over 2 points a game, NCAA and USHL experience, sponsored by AIB, number 7, Rory Herman. Joining us from the Dundee Stars, where he spent the last 2 seasons, 166 games in the Elite League, sponsored by Franklin Solicitors, number 10, Tom Srutkis. Returning for his 3rd consecutive season at MKL. He scored 12 goals last season and scored the equalising goal against the Blaze last Sunday. Sponsored by Mini Clipper Logistics, number 11, Callum Fields. Joining from the Fife Flyers, hailing from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Over 200 appearances in the Elite League. Sponsored by Spicer Consulting, number 14, Dylan Lawrence. 11th overall for appearances for the Lightning, with 326 regular season starts, back for his 9th consecutive season. When he scores, there's a conga. Sponsored by 123 Internet, alternate captain, number 15, James Griffin. Number 16, Max Stewart, is in Belfast with the Giants. Introducing, joining us from the Peterborough Phantoms, 48 points in 42 games last season, sponsored by Smith Recycling. Please welcome number 17, Corey McEwen. Who are you? I am. Introducing, 4th all-time for appearances with the Lightning. He made his 500th appearance last season, his best points production last year with the Lightning, with 4+19. Back wearing the A, number 21, Ross Green. Please welcome to the Lightning, part of the MK Talent Pathway with the Thunder, so he'll be icing with both the Thunder and the Lightning. He joins the Lightning after winning both the league and the playoffs with Leeds, despite being only 18, number 24, Carter Hamill. He was the top scoring defenceman for the Lightning last season with 39 points, which got him named onto the NIHL All-Star team. Please welcome back number 25, Ed Nags. another member of the MK Talent Pathway. Joining us after playing the last 2 seasons in the United States of America, please welcome to MK, number 29, Dan Norton. Joining us from the Bristol Pitbulls, where he played 50 games last season with a .882 save percentage. He was born just up the A41 in Bedford and has elite league experience with Nottingham and Sheffield, sponsored by AAC Air Conditioning, number 31, Will Curlin. A product of the Streatham Youth Academy and one of the top British prospects, back for his 3rd season with the Lightning, sponsored by Phil Freeman Entertainment, number 33, Malik Martelli. Joining us from the Connecticut Rough Riders, he's part of the Talent Pathway with the Thunder, a former Cardiff junior. He spent the last 5 years in North America. Please welcome number 37, Ben Davies. Please welcome a GB international with over 600 Elite League appearances, joining from the Coventry Blaze, where he is 2nd for all-time appearances for the team, sponsored by Acute Ambulance and Medical Services, wearing EA number 59, Ross Venus. He had his testimonial earlier this year. He's returning as the captain, sponsored by MHA, your captain, number 66, Lewis Christie. Joining us from the Raiders, where he helped the team to the playoff finals, scoring 53 points in 51 games, Elite League experience with Manchester and playing in the USA with Ogden Mustangs, sponsored by Relatus, number 71, Harry Gulliver. He joined us partway through the season last year on a 2-way with Solway. He's returning to Milton Keynes on the Talent Pathway with the Thunder, along with his brother. Please welcome number 77, Cameron Hamill. Over 100 appearances for the Lightning. He's back for his 4th season, sponsored by Jebs Electrical and Building Services, 89, Rio Grinnell Park. He joined the Lightning back in 2019. Since then, he's played 120 games in the Elite League. He led Bristol Pitbulls in goal scoring last season with 32. Sponsored by Garage 126, number 92, Callie Robertson. Please welcome to Milton Keynes, joining from his hometown of Dundee. He scored 52 points from 24 games in the Scottish National League last season. Sponsored by Puckyverse, number 93, Ben Brown. He represented Great Britain at both under 18 and under 20 level. Elite League experience with the Manchester Storm. He scored on his debut last week, joining from the Bristol Pitbulls, sponsored by Crawford Hair, number 96, Ben Solder. Now introducing our coaching team. Our assistant coach with experience in Peterborough and Chelmsford, back for his second season. Please welcome Joe Wilson. Last but not least, over 100 games in the NHL, last season's top point scorer with 90 points in 55 games, sponsored by 123 Internet, number 28, your player coach, Super Tim Wallace. Introducing your Milton Keynes Lightning. Oh, I wasn't expecting a fist bump then. So this is going to be very, very informal now. There's a lot of people up at the front here. So, any questions for these beautiful people sat in front of you here? We'll open it up to the floor first.
Rory, how many pizzas did you get this week? What? How many pizzas are you getting this week, Rory?
I don't know. Does Papa John's have any pizzas down there? Because if they have any extras, I'll probably take like 3 or 4. Put them in the freezer at home.
Brilliant. We'll pass the mic over to the player coach, I think, Tim Wallace. So Tim, what are your thoughts about this team and also for the upcoming season?
My thoughts. It's a new group, right? Not a lot of new faces, but we've had a great start. I think we're going to be fast. We're going to be hard to play against, and we're going to be exciting. You know, we've had a great couple weeks here. Joe and I have really enjoyed it. It's only been 2 weeks, but we got a lot of good people, and they're going to work their butts off for you guys. You know, because you guys do a great job as well, and everybody here is realizing, especially the new guys, how lucky they are to be here. And we're just going to work hard and hopefully do something special.
Right, thanks, Tim. Are there any opponents that you are thinking look quite dangerous or ones that you're wanting to keep an eye out for this season?
So, no. We just focus on us right now. We are not worried about anybody else. You know, we've had a good couple weeks, and then the fun starts in about 7 days. So we're focused on us. We'll see what happens, but we're going to take it one day at a time.
Great stuff. Does anyone else have anything to add to those 2 questions based on what Tim's just said? No? Everyone's gone very shy here. This is a question for some of the newer guys, so you can sort amongst yourself who wants to who wants to answer this one. But how are you settling into joining the team and into life at Milton Keynes?
Oh, it's great. No, all the boys are welcoming. All the older guys, Louis and all them lot, they're really nice.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, no, it's all right, mate. But you know, I'm really enjoying it at the moment, and it seems like I think we're gonna, I would say treble this year, but I'm not too sure. But I think we're gonna have a really good team this year, and we're gonna do well.
This has been recorded and going on YouTube, so we best
stick
do
it on
now.
YouTube. I stand by it. Don't worry about it. I stand by it. But yeah, I think Harry Gulliver wants to say some words as well.
Is this the same question, is it? Yeah. Last year when I played against MK, I loved playing here, and the fans were great, so I'm looking forward to playing in front of them, playing for MK now. And I feel like the team we've got a good team. and I feel like last couple of weeks we've bonded, and yeah, we're going to win it. So that's all we're going to do.
We're going to win it. Those are the wise words. We're going to win it. Andy.
It's okay, Andy. I've got a question for you, Andy. You can throw someone under the bus here now. Who's the biggest diva in the team?
I think it's easier to say the ones that aren't. It's a good question. Headley, number 1 and number 2, Headley. Oh God, they're virtually all. Both the Hamills are. When you can work out which one's which. He might want to say something himself about that. Which one are you? That's Cam. I only know from his number. But yeah, they're all good lads. They're all good lads, whether they're divas or whether they're not. They've all got their own quirks, and we love that. I mean, we don't want them all the same, so it's fantastic. Great bunch of lads. I think I've done this for a long, long time, and I think this is probably the youngest team that I've been involved in, to be fair, and they're fast. They're really fast, so get your tickets. We're going to have some fun this year. Is that all right, Tom?
Good little plug there. And where'd you get your tickets? They're all modelling the new shirts, so if you've not had a chance to buy them yet, check out the Supporters Club stand to get all the new Lightning merch and the jerseys. I don't know if Dave's here, but I've done the shout out now, so I've covered all the bases here. Tim, this is a question that I've had come through from some of the fans who can't make it tonight. This is one focusing a bit on both of your roles, so both as a player and a coach. So how do you switch your mental focus in the game from your own personal performance to the performance of the team?
Good question. You know, I to be honest, playing this long, I'm more focused on the coaching side of things, right? And it almost lets me not worry about my playing as much, and maybe I play a little better because of that. But for the most part, I'm leaning on the coaching side of things, making sure we're structured, doing the right things. But I got Joe here, right? He's my right-hand man. He does a lot. We're going to lean on him a lot this year. He's come a long way, and I'm really happy to have Joe. Without him, don't know if I could do it. But yeah, I would say I lean more on the coaching side of things when I'm catching my breath, trying to watch the ice. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay, I realise I've been chatting to you quite a lot, and no one else has. So I'm going to flip this. Do any of you guys have questions for the fans? Now they've all gone quiet. Oh, Griff has a question.
I don't have a question. I don't have a question. No. Is it on? Hello. Sloth wants to know what the best bar in Milton Keynes is.
Anyone want to recommend a bar to Sloth? We've had a shout for punters.
I was going to ask, who does the best roast dinner on Sunday?
Okay.
I'll be over. Yeah. All right?
If anyone at the back who had their hands up as well, make yourself known to Rory Herman if you do a very mean Sunday roast, as Rory will. We want to keep our guys all well fed. What's your favourite roast, Rory?
My mom's roast.
Right answer. Right, Tim, I've had another question come through. You've answered this one before. This was from Abby, and she'd forgotten what the answer was. This is to do with back in the NHL when you dropped the gloves with Milan Lucic. I think you get asked this every single year, and I'm sorry, but what was going through your mind when you squared up against Milan?
What was going through my mind? Actually, not a lot because I fought him, to be honest. I just bumped into him. He hit me in the back of the head. I said, "Do you want to go?" I don't know why. And then literally, "Don't get beat up, don't die," was all that was going through my head. That's about it. But, got through it, survived, and got to stay up there a little longer because of it.
Yeah. This is one that came through on Facebook, and it's this is for any players who maybe want to volunteer, but the best player you've ever played with and also the best player you've ever played against. But who wants to volunteer? Anyone, I think. We've got no preference. Yeah, Jordan Headley, someone's asked for. Jordan, the best player you've played with and the best player you've played against.
I mean, yeah, there's a couple guys like watching for GB, like obviously all the NHL players. It's literally in my mouth, Tim. But yeah, there's a couple guys. I think British-wise, I would probably, probably go. V's probably the most skilled guy I've played with as a Brit, but there's obviously a lot of imports over the years. Yeah. Anybody else?
Great stuff. Any other players want to volunteer a name? Name drop here. It's a bit bad, but.
I'd probably say Casey Middlestat. He plays on Buffalo now. He's a very skilled player. And then to name drop a goalie, probably David Renick, a Slovakian goalie who was drafted by the LA Kings. And he was the best goalie I played against, as well as a Russian guy, Maxim Zhukov, who was drafted by Vegas. And both of those guys were making all the forwards and D better in practice, by pretty much just showing us up every day and making saves look easy. But the best players are usually the guys that make the game look the easiest. So a lot of goalies that make saves, and those saves can frustrate forwards or D, or forwards that can go through teams pretty easily, or defensemen that can move the puck up the ice. But yeah, there's a lot of good guys out there. So
Great, thank you. A question for Ross Venus, if you don't mind. So Ross, you've been a one-club man, essentially playing your whole career near enough in Coventry. How tough a decision was it to leave the Blaze, and how are you finding life in a new club, sort of being the new boy now?
Yeah, I don't think it was a tough decision. I think I knew it was time. And yeah, I spoke to Tim straight away and loved what he was building here. And it was an easy decision to come here, really. So, yeah, it wasn't a tough decision.
Great, thank you. I'm struggling here for questions, people. Would someone want to help me out here? We have got the guys until 9:30, so please ask a question now, or forever hold your peace. Here we go.
So mainly for the younger players, but as players in yourself throughout your whole careers, have you ever been with a player who's tried to put you down, and how did you overcome that to come to where you are today?
That's a good question. You got a round of applause for that question. Do you want to do this now?
Probably my brother, so we are quite competitive, so probably him. Say just try to be better than him every day.
Who's the better? Who's the better?
Oh, it has to be me, 100%.
What was the question again? Mine's gone blank. I'd say just try and distance yourself in training. Personally, if someone's trying to bring you down, I'd say just distance yourself. Try stay away from them as much as possible and just focus on yourself. I'm not saying that. I'm not really that.
Callum, what are you thinking of what you were going to order for your meal in a bit?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Any other questions?
for you guys, it's not just about you. So a lot of you are married, have partners. How are all your partners getting along with each other?
Drama. No one's answering. No one's answering.
To be honest, this is our second game at home, and I think not all of our partners' girlfriends have actually been to the ice rink to watch us all yet. So that's the honest answer. So, yeah.
That got a bit awkward in that one, didn't it? That was very diplomatic there, Lou. That was a good captain's answer there. That was a good captain's answer there. Bit of applause as well. So Ben mentioned a little bit earlier. He mentioned the T word. We won't go for that. Won't mention it just yet. But what are the aims for this season? So Tim, Joe, Lewis, I guess the coaching and captains. What's the aim for this season?
I think our aim is just to be competitive as a group, work hard for each other, and let you guys enjoy it. Every week we try our best to make you guys leave happy. If we win, we win. We don't, we stick together as a team and just do what we do. I don't know if you want to add to it, Tim? Or?
Yeah, I think just agree with everything Louis said. The captains and the assistants done a great job of building a culture for the guys here. And myself and Tim both believe if everyone comes to work every day and follows that culture, end of the day it's sport, someone's going to win, someone's going to lose, and sometimes the puck just doesn't bounce. But our aim is to go out and put on a show for you guys each and every night.
Nice. Thank you, Joe. Another one for me here, and this is for the players and the fans. Who's looking forward to a double header in Solway this season? I was expecting more of a cheer from the fans here. Obviously, it's going to be a long old journey for you guys. Is that something when the teams got announced that you were thinking this could be a tough one, or are you looking forward to a new challenge for a new team?
It'll be nice to have a new team, and they look reasonably good on paper. Luckily, we've got our own tour guide that can get us up there, so we should be speedy up there. But we'll just plan it. You know, lucky it's a double header, so we don't have to go there and back 3 times. So it will just be planning from our side and make sure the boys get everything they need to be ready to hit the ice.
Great, thank you. Any other questions from the floor? Oh, yes, Poppy.
When you guys heard that you were coming to Milton Keynes Lightning, what was your reaction?
Is that for anyone particular, or for any of the new guys? Or
Any of the new guys.
Any of the new guys, okay.
I think it was pretty special for myself. I remember being a kid in this rink, so from 10, 11, 12, I used to play here when it was the old rink, and to know that I'd be able to come play here and play for the team that I used to watch when I was a kid, right? It was my introduction to hockey in this country was in this rink. So to come here, it was very exciting. And I think that was the biggest thing for me, was the excitement to be able to play here.
I don't think anyone wants to try and top that one, Will.
Yeah, Tom's leaving, mate. Tom's, you can explain something.
What's up?
You can.
Same
Tom,
question? Yeah, I mean, I was obviously excited. Never been here before, so it's always exciting going to a new place. You get to see new things and explore different areas. And coming to this team, obviously it looks like we have a really good team. And yeah, excited to compete.
Have you apologised to the Maccas podcast yet? Because they weren't too happy you joined us rather than Swindon.
No, they actually, I mean, Rory was on there, so they said they want to get me on, but they haven't reached out to me. So when they do that, yeah, I will, maybe.
If you haven't seen the interview with Rory as well, check it out. It's a really, really good interview as well. Any other questions? Yeah.
Like, out of all of you, who do you think will get the most penalty minutes? Or who will be the best fighter?
Who's going to be the new Bobby Chamberlain?
Jeez. I don't know. I guess you're kind of, it's now a competition, I guess. So I'm sure there's a couple front runners on here, and I'm sure there's a couple people that are going to try and make a name for themselves and, make the fans happy because, I, for one, love a good scrap, and it's very much a part of the game. So, we got a couple of guys from Belfast here. One of them just got in a fight, and it's not even the season yet. So, he's putting a pretty good bid in then, yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Carter, you're okay after the Brandon?
Well, yeah, I guess.
In fairness, you'd square up to someone else and he skated away and then Brandon Miles came in, didn't he?
No, I wanted him all along. He was the one I wanted.
Oh, fair enough.
He got pretty lucky that time. I'll probably get him next one, but...
Awesome. Any other questions? Okay, I think... Oh, have we got one? I'm ever so sorry, sir. I'll cut through.
It was a question for Vicky, really, but she's hiding. So I'll ask it to Tim, because he can have the microphone. So now we're all friends now, Tim. Is there going to be a special award at the end of the season for the best Ross beard?
For the best...
As there might have been a little bit of competition brewing.
For the best Ross Venus.
Beard.
Oh. Ross
As you've more than one Ross.
Ross
Everybody can grow a beard on our team. Callum can try. Well done, Bob. And then we'll vote. Then we'll vote it up. Fans award, best beard.
We'll ask the people in charge. We'll get a poll going on that one, though. I think that could be quite good. Has anyone else got any other questions? I'm coming out to the back here. Oh, yes, we have one.
So my question is, which team do you think will be the biggest surprise in the league this season in terms of how well they perform?
What team will be the biggest surprise?
I think if you look sort of going down the roster and not many teams have played yet, every team's got better, and Tim sort of mentioned it earlier on. We just want to focus on ourselves a lot more this year and make sure that we're dialed on our systems. Leeds are always going to be a threat. Sheffield looks strong, but then you'll have your teams that are going to be better. Like there's not going to be any easy games. Solway look good on paper, Bracknell look good, and it will just be taking each game as it comes, one game at a time, and just picking up 2 points as we go along.
Great question. Thank you, Joe, for the answer. I think that is everything. Oh, we have got a question over here. Yeah.
Can you all fist bump me every game, please?
Absolutely, not a problem.
Yes, they will.
Done deal. And Andy's just got something before we move on. Andy's just got something he wants to say quickly.
We've got someone here today that's worked very hard, does a good job, and he's taken a bit of a battering today. It's his quarter of a century birthday today, so the real name's Jordan, but we call him Tintin, and you'll see why when he stands in the middle. He does look a little bit, for those that remember, it looks like Tintin. So, if you'd like to sing happy birthday with us, that would be great. So, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tintin. Happy birthday to you.
You want to see it? Tears got.
Cheers, guys. Thank you so much. Let's just hope we have a good season and bring some silverware home. Yeah.
What a way to wrap up. So, Tim, I'm just going to leave the final word for you. But just before I hand over, just a big thank you to Christine and Chantel for helping organise this. And thank you to the bar staff for keeping us all well hydrated, I hope. So, Tim, last words for you.
On behalf of the players here, we're very, very lucky to have all of you support us. You're the glue of this club right here. I guarantee we're going to work our butts off, and we are very, very thankful to be able to play in front of amazing fans. So let's have a heck of a year. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, everyone, for turning up tonight. The players, I think you'll be hanging around for a little while longer before food, so if you do want to get selfies, signatures, get those important fist bumps as well. The players will be around for a little bit. Thank you, everyone, and once again, put your hands together for this season's Milton Keynes Lightning!
Thank you.